Hey guys, quick light bulb review. Seems silly, right? So I shut the light off the other day to replace the bulb, gave it a couple minutes, and I still burnt my hands, or burnt my finger. Seems silly, right? But I'm curious why it was so hot even after shutting it off. I've got a GE branded bulb in here right now, and I'm just going to use an infrared tester to show it. 154. 152, about 152. It's been on for 5 or 10 minutes. That's not the hottest one that I've found so far. So the one that I was replacing was a non-dimmable Walmart. This is like a 800 lumen, great value. And I think it draws about 9 watts when it's on. So this part here, is only 80, 100 degrees. You can keep a hold of that. It's slightly warm. This part of the bulb where the electronics or the guts are actually housed, on this one, it's 170 degrees. I don't know if I trust my light fixtures that much. It's just cheap tinfoil up there protecting it from potentially catching your house on fire. And I think I'm going to be swapping all my bulbs out in the house with something like this. This is a really true glass. This is a 75 watt equivalent, and it doesn't get nearly as hot. So I'm going to run a little test and turn them on for 5 or 10 minutes just to see how hot they get. But my guess is the 60 watt cheap non-dimmable great value bulb is going to be the hottest. So I'm going to trash all these. I don't trust my light fixtures that much. So the one in there right now is a GE 60 watt equivalent. It's pulling a little bit more than 9 watts. We're getting 11.3 it's pulling right now. 11.3 watts, which is no big deal. But it seems to be running cooler than the Walmart. Well, not by much. We're still going up. 157, 158. So this one might turn out to be just as terrible. You guys probably don't think that's too big of a deal, but I'm a little paranoid with fire safety because I leave some of my lights on for security reasons here when I leave. Sometimes there's not someone home, and I want to emulate that there is. So I'm going to bounce through all these. Yeah, that one's super toasty. Of course, that's a plastic housing, so it's not going to be that hot. Well, it says 140 still. It just doesn't feel that hot to the touch, I'm sure. But not safe in my book. Side note, these things are awesome. Christmas is coming up, and if you've got a brother or a dad that likes to tinker or grill or anything you need to check the temperature on, I've had this for like 3 or 4 years. It's been awesome. It's only like 20 bucks on Amazon. I'll show you guys a pic. 19 bucks. It just runs on a 9-volt battery in the handle there. It is backlit. They're not super crazy accurate. I think it's plus or minus a degree and a half, but for what we're doing at home, that's not going to matter. If you want to throw 100 bucks at it or 150 bucks, you can step up and get like a Fluke meter brand. But for what we're doing here, it's not needed. They do have an upgraded model. I'll throw the link down in the description as well. You get the choice to turn your illumination on and off. It's got a wider range on it. I think the one I have only goes to 550. This goes to 750 Celsius. I doubt I'll ever need that. But if you're working on a car and you need to check your exhaust temp or your manifold temp, that'd be awesome. It'd be perfect. So quick side note, I'm going to run through the different bulbs here and let you know. 160, I think this one might be just as terrible as the Great Value. Pulling more wattage. Of course, I trust GE a little bit more than Great Value, but if it gets that hot, I don't know if I trust my my light fixtures that much. You know, when you change a bulb, you see it's just a cheap little thin foil, and there is parts exposed in there. It's ran this long with no problems, but don't trust it, so I'll be right back and we'll go through all these. All right, guys, the GE's been running for a while and I just got 180. Okay, maybe I should let it run longer. 188.9 degrees. Wow. So that's quite a bit hotter than the Walmart. The Great Value one maxed out at 170. So I'll keep chugging here. Okay, here's an older Cree bulb from Home Depot, I believe. 60 watt equivalent. And on the heat louvers, we're looking at about 150. I got 152 there for a little bit. So if you hold the trigger down, you can just swipe, you know, just make, run it over the area and it will actively change. So 152 was the highest I got out of that one. Moving on. Okay guys, this is the one that I want to go to. It looks like these filaments are playing a trick on my recording here on the phone, but excuse me. So this is a 75 watt Great Value from Walmart. You know, you can see the filaments exposed. It's pulling less wattage than all my previous examples, but it's putting out, it claims 1100 lumens, so more bang for the buck, I think. And this one's only 113 degrees. When I point it towards the elements, I'm getting about 111. I don't know if I can get an accurate reading on those or not, but way cooler than the other bulbs. 115, 116. Yeah, that's a lot better. So you can touch the base here and hold it without getting burned. So the glass is warm, but it's not burning me. I mean, I'm just saying this is fairly accurate. 109. I really like this. 75 watt equivalent. It's pulling less juice, and I don't feel like it's going to burn the house down. So, all right, guys, this is the Sylvania 75 watt LED. Let's see how hot she gets. 118, 90, 117, 120. So it's slightly hotter than this, not by much. It's only drawing 8.6 watts. This part here is looking around like a 110, 109, 109. So not bad, way better than the cheap Walmart. I haven't seen anything over 120. So next we're gonna do these guys. Traditional, a 40 watter and a 60 watter. Okay guys, traditional incandescent, 60 watter. I don't know how many lumens it is, but it's, she's hot. 323, 323, 255, 200 down at the base, but up here, 369. So I know everyone ran these in their house before the spiral fluorescents came out and before LEDs. So it's probably safe, but like I said, I'm paranoid. I want to go to something cooler and a little less dangerous. 372, 370, 395. This little plastic connector, I don't know if I feel safe with that being 370 degrees. Yeah, so that's crazy. I'm gonna do a 40 watter here, and that'll be the, okay, 40 watt incandescent, old school. 190, 245. Looks like about 160 on the plastic. And we're getting anywhere from 180 to highest is 210, so still pretty warm. I'd rather be running 120 or lower with something like this, or the Sylvania 75s was pretty close to that too, and a longer life. So way longer life than a traditional incandescent, and you know, what it'd be less than a quarter of the wattage. So yeah. All right, guys, to summarize, let's go from the hottest to the coolest. The old school incandescents. If you own an easy bake oven and need to properly cook your cookies, no, I don't know. There's reasons. Lots of people like these old school ones. I just don't find that they're going to be safe for what I'm doing. But and it's a major energy suck. So the old 60 water almost hit 400 degrees. Moving on, the 40 water, you know, it was in the 200 still. 250, I think, was my highest. Same story with that. Let's break into the LEDs. I originally thought the Great Value was going to be the worst one, but it wasn't. I think I topped out at 170 near where the electronics are housed, or the diodes actually. That wasn't the winner for the hottest temp for the LEDs. The GE turned out to be the hottest, almost hitting 200 there, 190 something. 60 watt equivalents, I believe. 800 lumens it claims, which is way better than incandescent, but I still want something cooler because I don't trust my light fixtures in this house. It's a newer house, but I leave my lights on constantly for whatever security reasons. So the winners in my book are these guys. They are dimmable. This is a Edison style, as you can see. That was the one playing tricks on the camera. Great Value brand. It's this guy right here. So it is glass. 1100 lumens. These are the warm temperatures, by the way. The 2700Ks, soft white, both of them. So this one is going to be slightly larger than your 60 watt. Same base, but the housing or the bulb glass part's going to be slightly larger. This one only got about 120 max around here, and you could still touch the glass, about 120 there, or just a little over 100. I don't know how much advantage you get out of not being frosted. This one looks really good when it's illuminated, but you might get, you know, a little bit more lumens out of this one if you're going to put it in a frosted or an opaque light fixture anyway. So I kind of like these. They're both rated for 22 years, I think. Oh no, I just found something out. Looky here, only 13 years on the Sylvanias. I assume that's 3 hours per day. Let's check it out. Yeah, 3 hours a day. So Sylvania, if this means anything at all, are only claiming that they run 13 years. And the Walmart ones says 22 years at 3 hours per day. I hope the camera's focusing. Sorry guys if it's not. Yeah, 3 hours a day, 22.8 years. These were close to the same cost, about $17 per box. So I guess Walmart wins in this case. So that was Sylvania. About the same temperature as the long life winner now, since we know here. Huh. Okay, and the only one that I did not test for heat is the 60 waters, same Edison style. These are way cheaper though, guys. So this is $7 for 4, and these guys are 17 for 4. So if you can manage 300 less lumens, yeah, way cheaper. So I might stock up on these instead. All right, so my last point would be if you need a stocking stuffer for Christmas or any type of gift for a techie person, like you know, your dad, your brother, your boyfriend, whatever. These are extremely fun to play with. It's only 19 bucks on Amazon. I'll show you guys one more time. This is the upgraded one. I'm sorry, guys, but I'll put the link in for the one that's 19 bucks. I think this one you can control your illumination, and it's got a wider range. Gets excellent reviews. Look at that, over 1,100 reviews. Runs on a 9-volt. These things are super awesome. Obviously, don't shine them in your eyes or your pet's eyes. I'm sure it'd be awesome to tease the cat with, though. But yeah, I've had this forever, and it's worked flawlessly. So great gift idea for the holidays. That's all I got on this one. I'll check you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. See ya.